Hello, I am Barry Goldberg, aka Kazak. One of my friends posted a video, and I am responding to that. He said, "Can Christians play role playing games?" Well, let's start off with asking the simple question, what is a role playing game? A role playing game is first, there's a storyteller, a game master, who defines the setting the game takes place in, and all the minor characters. Like, for instance, here is my building, or the back of it. Here is the Red Cross across the street. Over there is a bus stop, and next to the bus stop, there are some other buildings across from the one I live in. This is the intersection that I walk to catch the bus at that bus stop every day when I want to go either downtown or out to the west side. And that is where I go for that. That is the setting. Now, characters. Each character. Okay, let's try to redefine character. What's your favorite television series, fictional television series? Matter of fact, it doesn't need to be fictional. It can be, if it's, well, actually, if it's fictional, it makes more sense because it's someone playing a character. Pardon me. Playing a character that is not really them. Pardon me. I'm outside trying to use a cold to help me limit my time, and this is my fifth take. I keep going over. Besides the point. So, a character is one of the people in the show, but they're not playing to an audience or to a camera. They're playing to each other. Like, for instance, let's go with some of the classics. I Love Lucy, The Honeymooners, Mary Tyler Moore. They were playing characters. I Love Lucy, The Honeymooners, and Mary Tyler Moore are as anti-religious as Bread and Wine. Okay, maybe they're a little bit more anti-religious than Bread and Wine, but Bread and Wine, I mean, okay, I'll get back to Bread and Wine, but first, characters. You got a person, a player character, and they're playing the role of a character in that setting. Like in the Mary Tyler Moore show, it's the office. In I Love Lucy, it's their apartment. Pardon me. So, you've got a character, you've got a setting. How do they react? Not how the actual person would react 90% of the time, because, well, there's certain things about the character that redefine the experience. Now, if the same thing happens to you, then ideally you should react differently because you're playing a different role. That's the whole point of a role-playing game. Sorry, just taking the time. Now, a tool can be used for good, or a tool can be used for evil. Oh, briefly back to role-playing games. some characters have powers, supernatural or otherwise. That's fine. Have fun with it. That's not the point. The point is you're playing a different person. If they have powers or not, it doesn't make sense. Now, are you playing the role of the Flash, or are you playing the role of you as the Flash? Are you playing the role of the guy that got bitten by a werewolf in American Werewolf in London? Or are you playing the role of you if you were in London and got bit by a werewolf? Or are you playing some other character I've never even thought of? It's really, it's something that should be unique to your game, unique to your character, unique to you, but not you. It's a character. It's not you. Now, role-playing games are a tool. They can be used for good, or they can be used for evil. Where you hammer a nail into a board to hold a wall up, to hold a floor up, or you bash it through someone's skull. Where you take a knife, cut a slice off a loaf of bread, spread some jam and peanut butter on it, give it to a hungry child, or stab it through somebody's heart. Where you take a bottle of wine and give it to several people for daily mass, or you drink the whole thing yourself, get drunk, and then go driving and swerve from lane to lane, risking injury and / or death to yourself or somebody else. That's right, I went there. The actual things you use in your service, I've called into question. Okay, bread not so much, because it was more like the knife, but if you take several pieces of bread, you can put it over someone's face and smother them with... Okay, that might be stretching things, but you get the point. Or I hope you get the point. Now, a pastor was introduced to this game that was good for introducing people to Christianity, to find out about being a wielder of the light, about turning the unconverted, about all this other stuff, and said, this is a fantastic tool. And then he heard it was D&D, Dungeons and Dragons. And the guy that introduced it to him turned out on as you-know-what. In the movie, this is Spinal Tap. There's a soft song being played on the piano. It's rather relaxing to listen to. That's a beautiful song. What's it called? Lick My Love Pump. Now, just by the title, it's a debasement. Lick My Love Pump. That's a terrible title for a song. Well, what does the song actually sound like? Soft piano music. That's a terrible title for that song. Okay, so this game where you're going into dungeons, and at the end of each dungeon, there's this dragon you have to kill. What's that called? Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, that's a great name for that game. So, if it's a game where instead of going through dungeons and killing dragons, you're doing something else, maybe it's not called Dungeons and Dragons. Maybe it's Dungeons and Dragons, some sort of expansion where you don't do dungeons or dragons. 30 seconds left. A mind is like a parachute. It only functions when it is open. There are several free role-playing games online. You can find out exactly what is involved with playing them. There is nothing inherently evil. It is only a tool. With that, I leave you to your thoughts. Goodbye.